Well, here we are again. Another 2-minute warning live on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. To my left, to your right as you're viewing, his name is Anson Wells. And we are live at the Brass Rail downtown Woodward in Adams. Come on down, get some pizza. And it may be a celebratory pizza. I'm still not putting this game away.
There's plenty of chance here.
At the moment, the Lions are down 6. They're just down 6. The Rams have the ball, though. That's one thing that's concerning. We got to get that back. We just threw an interception in the end zone. Had a chance to take the lead and, give the ball back to Matthew Stafford with about 3 minutes left, which I didn't love.
This has to be the most fascinating 0-6 team in NFL history, yes?
We're not going to be 0-16.
Or 0-6, I'm sorry.
Okay.
0-6.
I was like, come on, let's not start that.
But at 0-6, there's still a lot of intrigue here. I mean, more than half the games have been cardiac, end-of-the-moment games.
Yeah.
We've got one here on our hands. Goff throws it away in a great run down the field with an opportunity to not only score but to take the lead in this game. And, in a game where he didn't turn the rock over. And that was, we had to play a mistake-free game, mistake-free football today. And for the most part we did, but until that last drive. And it really cost us.
I mean, I love us coming out being aggressive as we were, and the game's not over. Obviously, it's the 2-minute warning. There's still some ball left to be played. Fumbles can happen, interceptions can happen, and we've had Matt Stafford for 12 years here. This is about the time Matthew Stafford would throw that stupid ass interception to a defensive lineman, like trying to throw a screen pass.
I've been waiting for that all day. We've seen it before.
Shout out to the girl in the Golden Tate jersey. She's over there having a good time. The Brass Rails, always a good time if you want to come watch a game. But for real, Stafford has made mistakes in this area before. Now, granted, he wasn't on the Rams, and he seems to not do anything wrong with the Rams. But
a little different shade of blue, and he looks like a whole different player, man.
Yeah, well.
So here we go.
Here we go, yeah.
2-minute warning. 6 down 6.
Come on.
They've got a fresh set of downs. They just crossed over into Lions territory. So a little bit further here.
They're in field goal range.
Absolutely.
They already are.
Yep.
We know that. So they're at the Lions 37.
Matt Gay, 54, 55-yarder. I don't know if that's in his range, but I'm sure they're gonna be able to.
It's the Lions, though.
Here.
Like you get an extra 5-10 yards.
Yep. Lions.
Okay. They ran the ball.
Have one of the
3
worst rush defenses in the league. Have really been great today, stopping the run, and they're going to need that right now. Try and turn this over.
They're showing their Matthew Stafford highlights. But touchdown to Van Jefferson out of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You got to show.
I knew you were loving that.
You know what? I was telling everybody that you got to start Van Jefferson or at least put money on him getting a touchdown because him being a Detroit person, his dad coached here as well. Like Stafford was going to show him love because they played catch in Ford Field together when he was in high school.
A lot of Detroiters watching today.
Chuck Brewer saying if Goff played like the first 6 games, we would have snuck a win out already. Do you agree with that? I mean, Goff was 20 of 32, 249, a touchdown, and that unfortunate interception.
Yep.
Right when we were about to score.
Again, I've said it all season. At these crucial moments, we make mistakes. Yeah. We're not making plays, and a lot of that has to do with being young and being a new team, a new nucleus of players.
Stafford checking out of the run. He sees something. This is the time. He's going to try to outsmart us and throw a tip ball interception. Okay, well, he completed the pass.
Still short of the first down marker.
Okay, so 3rd and 1.
We got a
shot. 3rd and 1. We got to stop him. 1:49
Block field
left.
Goal, touchdown return. What do you think?
Anything. I don't care what it is at this point. I mean, we've seen this throughout the season with the Lions already, though. Like the first game of the season, a couple turnovers against the Vikings, that late turnover. Like they force these late turnovers every now and then. There you go. He's trying to strip the ball right there.
And that basically plays into what this guy was just asking us. Would we have one more win if we were playing this kind of football all season long? I'd see at least 2 wins if we were playing this kind of football through 7 weeks.
Yeah. What do you think of coming out the way we did with Dan Campbell? You loved it?
Awesome. and we have a culture change here. We have seen it on 4th down and some other decisions that we made, but they had a game plan, and they were not going to get out-coached today. I don't believe that they did. They came out, Swift makes that amazing play. But then to come out with the onside kick and the fake punt and your boy Jake Fox throwing lasers to the sideline, Jack Fox. But, this is...
High school quarterback, did you know that?
It looked like it.
Yeah.
He threw a dart out there. Here we go.
It never
Big
went
3rd
away.
and 1.
Come on, get like a holding penalty. Take you on.
Ooh,
that looked like a delay of game.
Got him. He's stopped.
No, come on.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Cardiac kids, keep it going.
Yeah, they stopped him. Okay, it's a 4th down. Ball's at the 29. So they kick the field goal. It's 46 yards.
Yep.
And you got to hope that they missed a field goal because obviously that makes it a 2-score game. Lions are down 6. It's 25-19 right now. And is McVay the type of dude to go for this?
I mean, he knows his kicker better than we do. I think you got to take the nail in the coffin.
Anzalone's had a pretty decent game today, man.
Well, I mean, he's our leading tackler. He's been pretty good for us all season. But when you got a guy with that level of talent leading your team in tackles, you know that you're probably not going to be the best unit in the NFL.
But he does have flowing locks, which is
he looks
amazing.
beautiful out there. I'll say that.
I think the Rams are going for this, bro.
Well, this is what opens the door for us.
Rams call the timeout. So 4th and 1, 1:03 left in the game. This is the 2-minute warning. We are live on Woodward Sports. From the brass rail, downtown Detroit. Anson, what's going on?
Well, you asked me about the start, and I think that was really the most exciting thing about this game because, again, they're talking about not getting out coached. They come out and they take the ball out of this high-powered offense's hands. They use a little bit of trickery and tomfoolery to really maintain that time of possession, and it worked. I'm really actually surprised with this second half. I thought they were going to get blown out.
See, everybody doubts these guys.
Well, I mean, but
and that's why I really want them to win this game, so I can just go off in about a minute and a half on everybody.
It would be great, but didn't you in the second?
They're kicking the field goal. Okay,
a lot of interesting field goals.
Yeah, we've witnessed lots of field goals in these 2-minute warnings. Come on, miss it.
Let's get a block.
Come on, miss it. He nailed it.
He pushed it right.
No, he nailed it.
He pushed it right.
He nailed it. He nailed it. Oh shit. All right. Well, that puts it at a 9-point game.
Is it over?
It's never over, but it's getting closer to being over. Okay. And this goes back to one thing I'm disappointed in Dan Campbell with in today's game. I thought he did a great job. I thought he's outcoached McVay. Clearly, he's outcoached McVay today. But he went for it again on 4th down when we could have taken points. And, I get it when you're in the middle of the field and you're just trying to keep possession and you're trying to keep everything going on offense. But when you take points off the board, especially against a team like this, I get you're on the road and field goals aren't going to get it done. But if you kick that field goal, we're only down 6 right now, getting the ball back with a minute left. And, those are the little things that, I saw Mike Sullivan, shout out to Sully, he tweeted hey, this year doesn't matter, go for it. And I get that mentality, but at the same time, you got to learn how to win, and you got to do things the right way in order to put yourself in position to win. And he was aggressive all game, and I cheered for the fake punts, and I did all that. But when it came down to get points, take the points.
Yep.
Take the points.
Yep.
Take the points.
They have to play mistake-free football.
Yeah.
And when you're going for it on every 4th down, there's going to be some bit, oh boy, the kick returning looked like he was going to bust it for a second.
Made it to the 25-yard line. So Lions 1st and 10, 25-yard line, 52 seconds to go.
Have happened.
I've seen stranger things happen.
But when you're taking those chances on 4th down, it's great when they work out for you. But when it doesn't, it's a major shift, not only in momentum, but also in field positioning and opportunity. And this is a game where we had those 3 points, we'd be looking at a real interesting finish here.
Right.
Being down 9, it's not that interesting.
And that's why you got to continue to, especially when your team's not good. You're not good enough to make up those points. 100%. So you're essentially -3,
Yep. Well, and it makes you have to watch the Tampa Bay game instead of the Lions game. It's the frustrating thing about being a Lions fan.
Yeah, there's Tom Brady, who went over 600 touchdowns today, the first quarterback to ever do it.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
Do you realize that we had our first offensive possession with the lead today?
After the onside kick.
7 weeks.
Yep.
7 weeks.
Ouch.
You have not run one play with the lead. Blows my mind.
Sam Kim said, Stick, you wouldn't be saying that if Goff got it done and not threw a pick. Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be. No, because we'd be in position to win the game.
And I guess if we scored more points,
but that's not the 4th down that I was talking about. I was talking about, I think it was about 7 minutes left in the game, and then we had a chance to, pull within 1, and we decide not to. It just makes no sense to me.
Listen, Jared Goff doesn't lose his job today, and we kind of talked about this being a a game where he could lose his job, and maybe he shouldn't have started this game, Blau, how you like me now? But I'm not quite sure that he loses his job after this one. I don't think that he should. I think that he showed improvement. He survived nearly all game without a bonehead mistake until when it counted most, and that's why he's not our quarterback of the future. But again, you've got to learn how to win, like you said.
Yeah. God, I really wanted this game. Wanted this. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And there's the final nail. So
no, there's no way. That had to have hit the ground.
It looked like it, but we got a tipped pass that fell into the arms of a Rams defender. Was that Taylor Rapp, I think? So I think that is a wrap.
I hope not, because that hurts me in fantasy as well.
Taylor Rapp for this game, it looks like.
Oh, come on. Little Nelly tip drill action right there.
Yeah. Taylor Rapp is a second-year player.
Hold on.
Who's actually fantastic. Yeah, he's got.
Okay.
Okay, there is still hope.
We got hope, folks.
In Motown.
Oh, man, Anson, did you think when we first started doing post games from Brass Rail that we would now be sitting 7 games deep and not talking about a win?
Not at all.
Win?
Not at all. I thought we'd have 1 or 2 at this point. I really didn't think that the talent on this team was so low. There's not much.
But the thing is, we've had winnable games, so it's not like the talent's low, but it's not like that desolate to where we're not even in games.
I got a question for you.
Okay. Oh, boy.
If Stafford's our quarterback, how many of these games? What's our record right now?
Maybe 2-5.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe.
I mean,
we've seen what Stafford's done with the Lions teams in the past. He 800 barely, or 500 barely, 8 wins.
Well, I mean, they ate up
Dean
the golden
Blandino.
boy. They ate up the golden boy, Matt Stafford.
Did you hear them slurping Stafford
man.
and dogging Detroit?
And
how we didn't appreciate him or how we were missing him, and it's like, what?
It's really it's hurtful. It's annoying. It's like,
call this a small market.
Can I say this?
You can say whatever.
Fuck Matt Stafford, bro.
Oh, wow.
And I know you're happy to hear that, but watching the same damn player for however many years
12
it was.
years.
Yeah, 12 years. And then watching him just for a few weeks, and the narrative is just completely different. Now, is it because he's that good or were the Lions that bad?
It's neither. Honestly, Stafford is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I've never denied that Stafford is a good quarterback. He's just not a transcendent quarterback. What the Rams are doing is proving every Stafford apologist right. But they're also proving themselves wrong at the same time, which makes it laughable to me, because that's all they ever said. Oh, well, he needs a defense, he needs an offensive line, he needs wide receivers, he needs head coaching,
so did Trent
he
Dilfer.
Needs offensive coordinator. And it's like, well, yeah, if you give any quarterback all of those things, they're going to be decent.
Yep.
And as much as you love Stafford, Goff took these same guys to the Super Bowl and to the playoffs.
For sure.
So until he surpasses that, he hasn't done anything that Jared Goff couldn't do with the same guys.
I felt like he kind of outkicked his coverage his first year. I don't think he even really knew what was going on. Actually, no, that was Mike Scott that got that pick.
Okay.
And I'd like to drop Mike Scott's name and send him a get well card,
like
because
Michael
you
Scott?
got rocked by Swift today to the point where he got taken out of the game early run in the first half. That was probably one of the nicest hits that I've seen young Swift lay out on a defender all season long. There's a couple bright spots. It's our running game. What else we got?
Swift. Hawkinson is still kind of MIA. That's part of the problem of this offense.
And
at least we didn't draft Justin Fields. My goodness, he sucks.
Yeah.
Good God, that guy sucks.
Or Tua.
Tua had 4 touchdowns today.
Did he?
Yeah. Tua looked damn good today.
I'm still not sold on him long term.
We bring Tua because everybody's saying bring Tua here. Now you got Penei Sewell at right tackle, and that's your blind side now, and everybody wins.
How about Sewell stepping up to Aaron Donald today?
I love that. Do you have that? Can you show that footage, Sawyer?
Big fan of that.
If you didn't see this, Aaron Donald is the baddest man in the league. Him and Ndamukong Suh are, the 2 baddest dudes. Yeah. And our rookie was able to go toe-to-toe, and not only toe-to-toe, but man-to-man.
He was bigger than him.
Yeah, Darnold was not pursuing this.
I was surprised. Also, they gave him the pick, it looks like.
Yeah.
And so this one's over officially.
28-19.
And my question for you is this, who is your favorite perfect team in Michigan?
Oh, between Michigan and Michigan State?
Well, Lions are perfect.
They're not perfect.
They're not perfect. 3 perfect teams here, bro.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I just did that. What's your favorite?
I don't know.
We got like 7-0, 7-0.
This is what I always say about Michigan State, right? Like, growing up, my 3rd grade teacher was a Michigan cheerleader, and she taught us the fight song in 3rd grade, and, like, I had a crush on her, so I always loved Michigan. But then I went to college, and I partied my ass off up at State, and, I went to University of Detroit. We don't even have a football team, so I really can't. There's nothing I could say.
Well, you
like
represent all sports of Michigan. That's the beautiful thing about you.
That's right.
But I am repping green next weekend. I'm pretty excited. Is Woodward going to be involved?
Yeah, we're going to be up at Hopcat. We're going to be broadcasting live at Hopcat Saturday morning from, I believe it's 10 to noon.
And that place is going to be hype.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the only thing, they don't have crack fries anymore. They're called Cosmic Fries. So don't confuse your crack with Cosmic, kids.
2021, kids.
So let's kind of go over this game. I mean, it's over now. It's official. It's in the books. Some of the highlights early on, obviously, DeAndre Swift, him scoring that first touchdown was
beautiful.
Massive. I mean, he looked amazing out there today.
I couldn't believe that he made that catch. My man,
Samir, baby. Yeah, that was an amazing catch by him.
He was really trying to ruin that play, Jared Goff was. And Swift not only makes a great adjustment to the ball, but then twists and contorts and dodges basically every defender out there to stretch a long touchdown. And, again, we talked earlier, this is the first time that we've played with the lead at that point.
Yeah, that was crazy. The only reason we were able to play with the lead is because we got the ball back on an onside kick. Out of nowhere, Sean Payton-esque onside kick for Dan Campbell, which...
feeding it right back to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. Like, I can bash on him for not taking the points, but I also applaud him for doing that type of stuff.
But
so, you take the good, you take the bad.
If that goes the other way, how are you feeling about it?
Not good. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? We just scored a touchdown, and we're giving the ball to Stafford at 40.
Do you lump that in right with the, the talk that we were, the 4th down talk? Is that the same type of deal where, are you against it if it doesn't work, or do we keep that?
See, that part of the field's different to me because you're giving up possession. It's more of a turnover. When you're taking points off the board, that's when I'm like, dude, what the hell are you? Never turn down points. Like, ever. But I mean, ever turn down points.
But an onside that you don't recover, you're basically giving up 3.
Maybe, right?
Yeah,
like the percentages are like maybe 75, 80%, right?
I'm all for it.
But if you don't take 3 points, you're 100% not getting 3 points.
We've always been a team that just kind of, took the safer road when we needed to take chances. And seeing the kind of risky football that he plays, I enjoy it. And again, like you said, a lot of people are saying this year doesn't matter. So why not?
Because it does matter. Like, learning how to win does matter. We have a rookie head coach. He's got to create the correct habits of understanding field position, timing, going for it, point circumstance. Like, those are all major things that coach. Like, that's why Belichick's so amazing. He knows when to press the gas and when to pull back. If you're just all gas all the time, it's a recipe for disaster.
Pretty much every year, whether it's Vinatieri, Gostkowski, or Folk, they always have a kicker that's got, like, fantasy-wise, 13, 14, 15 points week in, week out.
Yeah, because they take what's available.
Yep.
You take the game as it comes at you, too. Did you see the fake field or the fake punt by Jack Fox?
Oh,
that was amazing. Yeah. Sawyer has that to throw up.
Oh, yeah.
What a pass to the outside. And once again, this is Dan Campbell putting his balls out there and being who Dan Campbell is. So I can't hate him when it comes to the 4th and 1 crap. I love him for this.
I might watch the Pro Bowl this year just to watch Jack Fox.
Yeah. I mean, he is our best player. Like, he's our best quarterback. He's our best punter.
Swift's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, but can Swift throw? Can Swift punt?
I don't know.
Jack Fox can run. I've seen that.
This is true. This is true.
Let's look at some of the stats of today's game. Jared Goff, 22 of 36, 268. 1 touchdown and
1 interception.
2 interceptions. They gave him that last one.
Oh, you're right.
But those 2 interceptions were in the last 3 minutes of the game. Kind of crunch time.
Those are kind of important throws.
Jack Fox, 1 of 1 for 17. I rest my case.
No interceptions in crunch time either.
No interceptions at the 2-minute warning.
Do we have a quarterback controversy brewing in Detroit?
I put him in. If he gets chased down, he can always punt the ball. Jamal Williams, 12 carries, 57 yards, 4.8 on average.
And some big third down conversions.
He's so strong, man.
He's so determined.
DeAndre Swift, 13 carries, 48 yards, 3.7 average. Khalif Raymond, 6 receptions, 115 yards. DeAndre Swift, 8 receptions, 96 yards, and 1 TD that we saw. That was pretty amazing. Hawkinson, 6 receptions, 48 yards, and then the rest of a bunch of other people. Let's look at the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 28 of 41, 334, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The 0 interceptions is probably the biggest stat on there.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that stood out to me, and this was one thing that always bothered me when Matthew Stafford was a Detroit Lion. When you watch all the greats, you'll like this take, but whether it's Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, they are on the field politicking. They're in the ref's ear. They're in their team's ear. They're in this huddle. They're pulling receivers aside. And I never really saw that high level of emotion from Matthew Stafford. There was a play today, and what was it? It was the neutral zone call when they stopped the play in the middle of the neutral zone.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted to go.
He went nuts.
Yep. I've never seen him display that level of emotion in my 13th year of watching him as an NFL football player.
Well, he's a new man in California.
It pissed me off. Yeah. Fuck Matt Stafford.
What was the one thing that they always said Matthew Stafford needed to succeed here that he could never get? Was it the 100-yard rusher?
I mean, it's always been something, whether it was the defense.
But wasn't the 100-yard rusher like everything here? How many yards do you think the Rams had today on the ground?
I'm going to say under 45.
They had 47.
Ooh, I was close.
47. So that 100-yard mark for Matthew Stafford, it really kind of goes away. But then you see why. Cooper Kupp, 10 receptions, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Van Jefferson, we mentioned, 4 receptions, 43 yards and a touchdown. Robert Woods, 6 receptions, 70 yards. So, I mean, his wide receivers lit it up.
I hope all of you at home drafted Cooper Kupp this season.
I did not.
He actually, through 7 games, has one of the 2 greatest starts in NFL history, shared with Randy Moss. So, again, Stafford, looking real golden out west right now.
It's 4:20 on the West Coast, so shout out to everybody that's watching us on the West Coast right now. We appreciate you. Overall, can you take moral victories out of this? Like, honestly, I'm sick of these moral victories.
I'll tell you
Is that what we're doing now?
I mean, you got to feel a lot better about this team considering how we left them after the Bengals loss.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals embarrassed them. The Bengals look like a lot better team than we gave them credit for. They had a big win today against Baltimore. But this is a moral win. The Lions came out and controlled, the first half of play. And as you kind of felt the momentum really starting to shift and thinking maybe we might see a really brutal second half, they played right with them. They didn't give up the points that you kind of expected them to give up.
But I don't care.
Well,
I don't care about moral victory. I really don't. Because if I go to Adam tomorrow and I'm like, hey, we have a moral victory, he's going to take that opinion and shove it down my throat because it's still a loss, man.
Of course, but when you're 0-7, you got to find something, especially with a new regime.
No. What would have been awesome is to come out and win this game. And
Agreed.
Smokey Hogg says he's high as hell right now.
When's our first win?
It's got to be next week against the Eagles, right? I mean, the Eagles look absolutely awful.
I think so.
Like,
they just lost Miles Sanders today.
Oh, Kenneth Gainwell.
We're not quite sure
how. Fantasy leagues, folks.
Kenneth Gainwell's a stud.
Yes.
Led college in receiving from the running back position last year. So,
Sam Kim says absolutely take moral victories. You could be the Jets today because they lost Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah, Sewell did well against Aaron Donald.
Had 4 concussions in that game, including Quincy Williams, who I started. Awesome.
Attaboy.
Yeah, they lost quite a few players today, and they're kind of like the Lions. They're not in a position where they can lose players.
Thus far, moral wins equal 0-7, and that's what I'm saying. Like, moral wins are great, but they don't go on rings. They don't go to championships. Like,
But how do you like
who
our
was
odds?
the moral champion of last year's NFL? Who gives a damn?
But how do you like our chances next week if this score in this game is 41 or 54-13 like the Patriots?
It doesn't matter to me.
I don't know, man.
Because this team has shown inconsistency from week to week. I mean, the first 3 weeks of the season, I thought they were trending up. And then for 3 weeks in a row, just absolute
I would
tank.
say 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, yeah, the first 3 weeks were amazing. The 49ers game, they almost came back and won that at the 2-minute warning.
The Bears game was pretty bad.
That was week 3, right?
Yeah.
Or week 4.
So then after that, we got the other field goal game.
Yeah, then the Justin Tucker.
But that was in our last week. Regardless, coming into this game, I thought that we really had a great chance to win. I said it last week.
No,
this is the type of game
the
that
Bears
the Lions
game was
win.
game 4. Game 3 was the Tucker game.
But then we also had the other field goal game in week 5 or week 6.
They've
had a game that they've had a chance to win in both the first half of games and the second half of games. Really 2 or 3 in the second half of games, I thought. But today we came out and played the way that I hoped that we would, the way that I thought we actually were going to get this weird win like the Lions do when they're really bad.
That would have been the most Lions thing in the world to win today.
Absolutely.
And to watch Matthew Stafford hang his head and walk off the field and to listen to the announcers have to figure out what the hell just happened and oh my God, the miracle boy! I just really wanted this win today.
It was really
man.
nice seeing him still on the bench, walking around with the hat instead of the helmet.
Down 10-0.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left, he still had barely played in the first quarter. But
well, we're live at the Brass Rail right now. This is where we do every post game. We start at the 2-minute warning, and one of these times it's going to be a 2-minute warning, come from behind victory, and you're going to get us going absolute nuts. The people at the bar going absolute nuts. And I can't wait for that moment. So make sure you're down here and never miss a moment at the Brass Rail. Yep, home game next week against the aforementioned Eagles, which very winnable game.
Which means the Brass Rail was going to be bananas as well.
It's going to be crazy. We'll have our Woodward Sports VIP section waiting for you.
A little wind dust on it, and it'll be a great Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice one down here next Sunday. But let's look at some of the tweets that were sent out during the game. I always love doing this. And Sawyer, I'm going to start out with Mina Kimes and work our way back from that one. I love Mina Kimes, by the way, from ESPN. I know that's I don't know if they're a competition or whatever, but Mina Kimes.
Man.
I love Katie Nolan before they let her go. Katie Nolan, if you're watching right now or anybody knows her, let her know.
We got a spot for you here.
We got a spot at Woodward Sports for you because I absolutely adore you. But Mina Kimes, not trying to be dramatic, but I would run through a brick wall for Dan Campbell right now. And that's nice. It's nice that national media isn't actually crapping all over him like Joy does with Colin and stuff like that.
I don't think anybody's liked any coach here since Wayne Fonz.
Yeah, well, I mean,
your boy Campbell.
I loved my man Caldwell.
Oh, Caldwell.
Campbell. Caldwell.
Yeah, sorry.
Caldwell, best coach, best Lions coach in
Caldwell
history.
And Campbell, man.
Best Lions coach in history.
The only guys
Jim
that
Caldwell.
anybody's ever got any kind of positive pub, man, because people hate our coaches like they hate our quarterbacks.
I love this tweet by Lamy right here. Only quarter ones of games count, right?
Well, you just pick one quarter.
You wish.
If you just pick one quarter, then yeah. We've got quite a few wins this season.
And here you go. This one's for you from David Bell. I declare moral victory. Moral victory. We did it. We almost beat the Rams. The almost wins don't count. Remember a couple years ago when we almost beat the Chiefs? Doesn't matter. Then 5 years ago, we almost beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. It doesn't matter. Those were losses.
We know the onside kick works.
The onside kick does work. Here's from Joe Boo. Finally had to mute the TV. I couldn't stand them slobbering all over Stafford anymore. I think that was a lot of Detroit today.
Joe Boo, you no help me hit curveball.
And then Chris in Kalamazoo. How fitting. Stafford throws his 300th to the guy we could have drafted, but thought, nah, Tease Tabor is probably a better football player than this guy.
Is he in the league?
Who? Tease?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think I saw him outside on Woodward earlier. Just hanging out.
Brutal.
Doug had this to say. Matt Stafford, after spotting the Detroit Lions a 10-0 lead, and there's Thanos saying, "You have my respect," and those were some of the funny tweets that I pulled out before. Those were at halftime actually, but yeah, pretty. I don't know, man. At least it was an enjoyable game to watch.
Are we in jeopardy of getting pushed down to the CFL?
No.
Okay, we'll still stay in the NFL after this year?
Do you think the Fords would ever move the team?
To Edmonton?
I don't know. To London. I mean, they're trying to put a team in London.
I'll tell you what, they could change to the Rough Riders and then go to the CFL and be the third Rough Riders in the same league.
No, but I'm serious. Do you think the Fords would ever just Art Rooney us up in the middle of the night, just boom, bada bing, out of here? I don't think so. Their name's too synonymous with Detroit, right?
If we weren't the Motor City and you didn't have an industry that was completely, like you said, synonymous with the city being the auto industry, I wouldn't put it past them at all. They're a profit-driven company, but at the same point, that's why they won't sell them, because they're a profit-driven company. They know that the Lions, year in and year out, 0-7, 0-17, doesn't matter. We're going to come and buy your product because we're idiots.
Why do you think that is, honestly? Because
we're Detroiters. We're the best fucking sports fans in the world. That's why.
But this is
period.
That is true. That is true.
Eat shit, Chicago.
That's undeniable.
I'm sorry, that's 3 swear words.
Yeah. Can you calm down? This is a family show here at the Brass Rail.
I'm 0-7 today, and I'm pissed.
No, but honestly, You watched Pistons opening night earlier this week, right? And during the announcements, seats were kind of empty. Nobody was really there. It filled out throughout the rest of the game. You watched the Red Wings game. LCA's not super full all the time. Red Wings have given us how many championships? Pistons have given us 3 championships. Yeah. The Tigers have delivered us championships. I mean, granted, not since the 80s, but still, they've been back to the World Series since then. Yep. And Tigers games still have a rough time filling.
Doak Walker gave us a championship.
Why do the Lions? Why are they immune to They've never given us anything like that, but still, guys like me, I'm going every damn game I can.
2 words for you, pal. Bobby Lane.
What, the curse?
Yeah. It's real, man.
Yeah, but why do fans still love the team? That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, why do
I don't care about Bobby Lane. Sorry, Bobby Lane. You were our last championship quarterback. Matthew Stafford was from Highland Park High School and supposed to break that curse.
I don't know. There's just some kind of weird. I don't even know, man. It's just so weird.
It is crazy how much Detroit loves the Lions, though.
It's kind of like watching a scary movie. You love to scare yourself. You know what's coming, and you still line up for it. But we're some serious fans here of sports in Detroit, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what the record is. We're gonna show out. I was at the final game at the Silverdome, the year that we win 0-16. And that place was a madhouse, man. Right. I think it was against the Vikings. And, we were in
now, the year we won, the last home game, right?
Yeah, last home game. And
I forget the year that we won to avoid losing the whole game. And Johnny Morton was doing the worm in the end zone because we went 1-15 instead of 0-16. That's what I remember from the Silverdome, too. But I still went to the Silverdome.
Yeah.
I'm always going to love this team, and it's just crazy to me how, we got 236 people, watching on one platform right now. We got, thousands listening on the app. We got all these people are listening to the Lions postgame. Why, though? I love them.
Lovable losers,
I can't explain to people why.
Well, it's I'm sitting here laughing a few days ago at the Tucker Pond, and you can tell I'm pissed today. I wanted this game.
Yeah, you've been swearing up a storm, Hanson. India Williams says, I'm still a real Lions fan, and I love that. Austin Smith says, Detroit or die, and that's
right.
part of the reason. Sherman McNeely says, Caldwell was our best coach, highest winning percentage. Fonts was Mr. 500, and I agree with that. Sherman, me and you are on the same page. I adored Caldwell. I still adore Caldwell. Yep. I would love to have him a part of this, even not as the head coach, just a part of this to provide the leadership and grown man shit that we haven't had here in a long time.
If he was still here, we would be challenging for the NFC North every year, and we wouldn't have that 4-letter word again. That's it's a little more than 4 letters, but it's change. And in the NFL, that equals losing, and that's all that we know is change and losing. And
so that's why. Do you stick with Caldwell? Not Caldwell, Campbell.
100%.
I know they gave him. Too. I know they gave him a 6-year contract. But if we're 4 years deep into this and we're still around a 500 ball club, are you still good with it?
In 4 years.
Yeah.
We got to. If they haven't been able to hit eight wins in 4 years, then that's.
But there we go. Now you're back into change. So, like, this is
Pandora's box.
Yeah,
man.
this is kind of like the, what do we do? That's why I hated the change for sake of change with Caldwell. 9-7 isn't good enough for us.
Yeah.
Well, who the hell do you think you are? Because I've been a Lions fan my whole life, and 9-7 looks pretty damn good to me every year if we could get there.
Because I haven't seen with real big britches.
That was stupid. That was the dumbest thing anybody has ever said, and we've said some dumb things.
Yep.
But to say that 9-7 are like our floor was no longer good enough, and that's the thing. Like, people argue 9-7 isn't good enough. You're right. It's not in the scheme of things if you're going for Super Bowls and stuff. But you got to remember who you're dealing with. It's the Detroit Lions, 0-16, perennial not winning playoff games. If we can get 9-7 every year and get into the playoffs, that's our floor. I'm happy with that. We can grow from there. Yep. Now we'd kill for 9-7
and
or 9-8 this year.
And that's what the Packers have been the majority of my adult life.
Right.
The worst they're going to be 9-7. I'll take that. When you've got a team that has literally been this close to perfect losing seasons for now a third time,
dude. If we're the first to go 0-17.
the first year it's possible. And the only team to have 2 winless seasons?
Well, I mean,
there's only the Browns,
The Browns did steal our thunder, and I do not appreciate that.
They matched our thunder, and we're about to take it right back.
Dude, honestly, like, if we go 0-17...
I don't think that this team is going 0-17.
I don't think so either. I really don't. But...
if they go 0-17,
we're closer to 0-17 now than we were week 1. We're well on our way.
Math.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works. So, oh God, I'm literally like going through my head how I'm gonna feel at the end of the season if we're 0-17. Like, what do you do?
I'm going to tell you what you do. You get your ass down here next Sunday to the brass rail because we're getting our first W. 1-7 against the lowly Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles. But we can beat that team.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen them. I've watched them a little bit.
The Rams.
They've got a young quarterback.
Could have beaten. We could beat every team. That's the problem.
I honestly I think that the Eagles are the worst team we faced. We have had a rough stretch. Our schedule's been against 7 very good teams. All 7 of these teams that could make the playoffs. Maybe not the Bears so much. But up and down, we've had a tough stretch. And I think that this is the first cupcake we're getting. And not to say that we're not the ultimate cupcake in the league, but it's a game that can be won, especially after the moral victory that today was, the confidence builder that today will be.
Woohoo, moral victory!
And then hopefully Goff doesn't throw it away in the final 3 minutes.
And with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, that's what moral victories lead to.
Who are you taking, Stick?
Who the hell knows? I mean, Thibodeau's really the only guy that's showing like he's heads and tails above everybody in the NCAA level, but
Trade down.
The fact that there's no top 10 quarterbacks this year, like coming out, scares the hell out of me because this is the year that we have to draft that quarterback. So then we get 1 more year out of Goff. We sit him behind him, then he's ready to go year 2. Kind of what they did in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes and a much more talented Alex Smith.
I think that was the plan. It might still happen. You could see them trade down. I think that this is the regime that does that. We've seen it, that it's in their blood already. They like to wheel and deal. And one thing that we have not seen ever with all of these high top 10 picks that we've all as Lions fans been screaming for is, why can't we trade down and get 2, 3, 4 picks like some of these squads do?
We can.
I think this is the year where you see it because I don't see the quarterbacks going top 10 like 3, 4 like we have in the last few years. I see them probably stretching out through the first round, and I wouldn't be surprised for the Lions to take a shot at one at the end of the first round.
Yeah, well, where's he at? Timothy Short is with us on Jack Fox being our next quarterback.
Dude, I'm in.
What do we got to lose at this point? I mean, if we're going for it on every 4th down anyways.
Bobby Boucher.
Let's see. All right, Anson.
You're hurting a little on this one, aren't you?
Me too. I really wanted this one.
I thought we were going to get it, man. When it came out that way, I was feeling really, really good. The start was that's the most exciting start to a Lions football game I can remember in long history.
I loved it. He was scheming all week long.
Oh, yes, he was.
You know what we're going to do, guys? Keep this on the low. We're going to come out. We're going to punch him right in the mouth. Yeah. And as soon as we score again, we're going to kick an onside kick. And if we get stopped, we're going to go for it. He just laid it all out there.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work.
the Khalif Raymond play in the fourth quarter. Great play. If that guy's a little bigger, a little faster, a little stronger, he gets in the end zone.
Yeah.
We are so void of playmakers that the defense can key in on Hawkinson in our run game and just shut us right down.
Yeah.
You know, when you got a speedster like Raymond, and mind you, he's played really valiantly over these last few weeks, but he's being asked to do way too much. And that's a guy that's supposed to stretch the seam, not somebody that you're relying on as your number one receiver.
Yeah.
You know, I really would like to see Tyrell Williams get healthy and get back into this offense.
I don't think Tyrell Williams is going to make any sort of difference at all. To me, Cephas is the guy that really
mind you,
I wanted to see move forward and grow this year.
Sure, but there's no
Tyrell Williams.
But he's gone. And there's no other wide receivers that even have any.
Golden Tate's out there. Let's go get him.
That
girl's got a Golden Tate jersey right there.
They're literally,
she can catch balls for us.
None of those guys have any kind of quality NFL experience whatsoever. And Tyrell Williams has been a number 2 and 3 receiver quite a few times in his career. And I think that kind of leadership and role on the field is something that they really, really need. Plus, he's a big guy. We don't have that target outside of Hawkinson to throw jump balls to. I think he makes a huge difference, but he's been out with a concussion for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the status is with him. They're pretty tight-lipped.
Yeah, well, those brain injuries are something to keep an eye on.
I really honestly believe a Tyrell Williams type changes this whole game today, though. Don't you? I mean, there's in a situation like that where you're forcing the ball to these smallish receivers and you get an interception like that, that's where you throw it up into the end zone.
What about our defense? How do you think our defense played today?
I was very happy, very, very impressed, proud of them, to be quite honest. I was.
Fun.
I thought that this was a game that they were, they were set up to get smashed, and they hung in there. They took the ball out. Now, the offense was a big portion of that. Last week we saw the defense on the field way too long, and they barely even played in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So that was a big portion, but both sides, the coaching and the offense kept the defense on the field an adequate amount of time, and they responded. They were good.
We said the magic word, and Adam Baydoun has appeared in the chat.
We said Jim Caldwell.
Adam. We said Jim Caldwell more than 3 times. And Adam just pops out of nowhere. He hears this ringing in his head.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it infuriates him that he's the best coach the Lions have ever had, and he's got to come defend his stupid ass opinion about how he's not with no other coach to throw in front of me. So shout out to Adam in the chat right now. Everybody saying hi to him. I love you, buddy. You're the man. We always have fun with Adam. And exactly, Sam Kim. He was part of the Lions are going to lose by 70 points today. And that's why for that, these count as moral victories, because then you could be like, you thought they were going to lose by 70, but they only lost by 11. But who gives a damn if a loss is a loss at the end of the day? Well, I'm glad they didn't get blown out.
But all the years past, in those 2-14 teams, like when we would beat the world champs on Monday night or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not a moral victory. This is a team as a whole that hasn't tasted any kind of success from the coaching staff down.
Yeah.
And every little thing counts until we get that number 1 win. And then after that, then it's it's a little less than moral victories. But
that's why that Tucker field goal still hurts, because that was a win right there. And then we're not having any of these conversations. The monkey's off the back. If they go 1-7 or 1-16, nobody really gives a damn.
I'd rather.
Did you know they put us in the Fox pregame last week?
I saw that. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather have the clip than the dub.
Yeah, you keep telling me that's the most enjoyable loss I've ever experienced.
It is, man.
Yeah, because I'm over here crying and you're laughing at me.
So if he misses that kick and we're 2-15 at the end of the year, what does that win do for us? I'd rather have the clip, bro.
I just don't want to have 17 weeks of this conversation, so that's what it does for me. That's what it does for me.
You will never get over that kick.
I honestly won't.
I know.
Especially because how it's played out since then. And if we win that game, we're 1-2. And everyone, and then we're going to Chicago, where we could
a true Lions
where we could potentially be 2-2. We would be.
So what?
Going to Chicago, we would have been 2-2. It changed the whole damn season. I love your jersey. We want him back. We want Tate back. And you back, too. Yeah, come on. Sawyer, can you hand your headphones real quick? Anson, slide on over.
Yeah, come on in here.
Yeah,
you
come on
over here and take a seat.
Come on over right here. Take a seat. Anson's going to kneel. It'll be hilarious.
No, ask me no real questions.
Well, I saw you with your Golden Tate jersey on. Here, put the headphones on. First of all, what's your name?
I was online.
Oh, yeah, we're live.
Sasha,
Sasha, where are you from?
Detroit.
All right. And you like Golden Tate, or you just got that jersey?
I liked him, but he left.
I know, but he's out there right now. We can get him back. Would you want him
traded
back?
I would take him back. I would take Matthew Stafford back, too. Jared Goff got to go.
Yeah, you don't like
She's
golf?
right about that.
He threw an interception when we could have won.
Yeah.
She's right about that.
That's very true.
She knows her football.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him.
You're tired? And
I
it's
like the coach, though.
You
You
do
do.
like the coach.
I do.
Even
Okay.
at 0-7.
Listen, he made some very good decisions. The first quarter, he threw an onside kick, and I was like, wow, we're desperate.
Yeah, he was desperate, but it worked out. Sometimes desperation works
It
out.
didn't. We lost. It didn't work out.
Yeah, we got the onside kick, though.
We did.
So you're at the brass rail with us. This is where we do our post games
Yeah, I
on
saw.
Woodward Sports, and you're here with your crew. What's their names?
That's my brother and his two friends.
Okay, nice.
You gonna shout out their names? Give them some love.
Tony and Demi.
Okay,
There we go.
I'm
There
glad
we
she
go.
remembered the names. That's all. Like you put her on the spot. Like I don't know.
He's new. He's new.
Yeah, but they're cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we stay here all day and lost. So
It's a good place to sit during the loss. though.
Yeah. 'cause you
Next
get-
week, I think it's going to be bananas. I think we're getting our first win. Will you be here?
who we playing? Who do you think we gonna win?
The Eagles.
Philly.
Probably not.
Probably not, huh? We're going 0-8.
I think at this point, if we go 0-16, we might as well just get some
We're not
draft
winning
picks.
any games this year.
Well, hell, 0-17, yeah, it might be the move.
This is the
She
second
knows her
person.
football.
This is the second person in 2 weeks that's wanted us to go 0-17.
Because at least we'll get draft picks. Right now, we got to get a quarterback.
Yeah, we do need a quarterback
Bad.
badly. The punter had a nice throw though on that fake punt.
He did.
He could play quarterback.
He shocked me.
Yeah.
Confused.
Well, thank you for stopping by. You guys should come by next week because home games, it's absolutely crazy in here. We got
Okay.
DJs going wild. I'll buy the
Really?
shots.
They got to put the sound on the TV.
Okay.
When we watching the games.
We'll do that.
I'm going to write a review.
Okay, please
All
do.
right.
Put it on
We're
Yelp.
on it.
All right. Nice meeting you
Nice
guys.
meeting
Nice to
you
meet
too.
you.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming out.
And check this out. It's live on YouTube right now. Just look at Woodward Sports. Woodward Sports on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Yep, Woodward Sports. Yeah, go check it out. She's
Take
live
care,
right
guys.
now.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Oh, yeah. Mute that for my man. So, yeah. I mean, those are the types of fans that are here. Like she said, we've been here all day and experienced the loss, and that's kind of it. But at the same time, they're here with their friends. They're having fun. They're drinking. They're having pizza.
Detroit sports fans.
The
man.
bartenders
Best in
are
the world.
awesome, right? They're over there having a good
I
time.
do love the bartenders here.
Yeah, no, they're great. She's a bit sauced. It's okay. That's
What
why.
else do
That's
you
why I
have to
really
do
wanted
during
to
a
win.
Lions game?
Honestly, I was already planning if the Lions were going to win this game. Like I was going to have bottle service over here. We were gonna pop bottles of champagne
Save
on
it
the
1
air.
week. 1 week, pal.
Tomorrow.
I think we're safe next week.
Next week, I'm going to have a bottle of champagne sitting right here at the start of the 2-minute warning. So when we win, we're popping it, and we're getting that monkey off of Dan Campbell's back.
I'm in, dude, and I think you're right. I think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't
Champagne
drink,
next
but I
week.
will have a sip with you to celebrate that first win of the year.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can get you that like sparkling grape juice that I used to have when I was a kid at like New Year's Eve.
That stuff was great.
Dude, isn't it awesome? The
Stuff was
Welch's,
so great.
whatever it was, you thought you were an adult. So we'll get you one of those, and I'll
in.
have a bottle of Dom
I
sitting
am
right
in.
here.
I'm
And when the
in.
Lions win next week and get this damn monkey off of our back, I am popping bottles right here at Brass Rail. You guys are invited to come down and
who's
watch
joining
it.
us?
Yeah, even if you're not going to the game, like that's the fun part. After the game, everybody leaves and comes here, but get your spot early and show up during the game.
It's bananas during home games, man. It's really good every game of the year to watch, but during the home games, man, this place is bananas. It's the hot corner.
Yeah. So right here at Woodward and Adams Brass Rail, this is the 2-minute warning. Myself, my name is Stick. This is my buddy Anson. We do it after every Lions home game, so make sure, or home and away game. So make sure you come down, check it out. We would love to hang out with you, put you on the air like that lovely young lady that was. People are loving her. Sam Kim said she was actually awesome. She was great. She's like, I don't know.
She was real.
I think 0-17 may be the move. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, another tough Lions loss today, but next week.
No comments on my James Buddha Edwards Spartan jersey?
That's very nice.
I should get Edwards on the back. That'd be dope.
You should. Is it James Edwards?
Salvation Army find.
Yeah, good job, man.
Some random offensive lineman.
So I take it you're rooting for Michigan on Saturday? I'm so excited both those teams are undefeated. So excited.
I'm so glad, too, man. This is the biggest game in 50 years between the rivalry. First time that the two of them have been undefeated. It's just like the 60s facing off. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Crazy one. It's going to be absolute pandemonium in East Lansing.
Oh, Adam says we're being homers right now. Adam, you can be a hater for 2 hours tomorrow morning. That's your time. Go use your time to yell and scream and say everything sucks and do what you do. But I'm going to do what I do here. And I think the Lions, I'm not happy with the game, but overall, next week I'm looking for the win.
Have you ever been in Adam's fridge in his garage?
No.
It's just full of haterade.
Oh, that's it.
Like falling out.
And rage. So next week I will have my bottle of Dom right here. We are getting this monkey off the backs of Dan Campbell and the rest of the crew.
I can't wait.
And maybe David Blau will start at quarterback. Who knows?
How you like me now?
or Jack Fox taking a few steps.
I think that the quarterback controversy is going to start coming up more and more if Goff starts making it continues to make boneheaded plays and decisions at big moments.
Right.
He's got to go.
Two interceptions with 3 minutes left in the game is not.
That last one, it doesn't really. I still think that last one was an interception, to be quite honest.
It's still on the books.
It is on the books. But, the one before it broke our back.
Right.
And we've seen him break our back probably 4 out of 7 weeks. It's been somebody's leg or his arm. We're not decision making.
Yeah, we're not winning because of him, but we are losing games because of him, and that's 100%. never a good combination. Yeah. So Goff next week's probably the last week. If he doesn't get the win against Philly next week, I think we move on.
I think you have to see what you have.
Trade for Tua. We'll see you next week live from the Brass Rail. Thank you guys for watching. And make sure you watch Adam tomorrow morning. He's going to go absolutely ballistic on the Lions because they're the worst thing ever to happen. And Now, I love you, Adam, and I can't wait to watch you tomorrow morning and right here on the Woodward Sports Network. And then, of course, we got 11-1, Big D Energy. And then you got 2-4, Braylon and Ryan Ermani. Big day tomorrow for Detroit sports. And World Series starts this week. Big things happening.
Braylon's got a rough weekend coming up next weekend.
The Michigan State weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be rough, pal.
I'd
sleep on that.
Yeah, I don't think he's scared. I got to be honest with you. I love Braylon. Braylon's like probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life.
I love Braylon.
Good guy.
He's fantastic. But he's a little foolish and when it comes down to Michigan,
you went there. What do you expect?
Well, of course. But
come on, man. He's called out Michigan when they've deserved to be called out. But this year... Listen, I'm not going to sit here and defend and argue for him. If you got something to say to Braylon,
just did.
Say it to his face.
I just did. It's going to be a long weekend, pal.
No, Braylon's the best.
On that.
Love you, Braylon. Ermani, watch them tomorrow, 2-4. Adam will be on with Jeff from 8 to 10, along with Kennedy. And we are out from the Brass Rail. Have a great night, Detroit. Next week, Champaign. Lions win. I'm guaranteeing it.